Good evening, traders and my dear students, as well as all my subscribers of my Telegram channel. If you would like to subscribe, you can to my Telegram channel. You can send me a message, which is shown on the screen. So I have posted, if you have noticed, I have posted Kangana Ranaut's pic on the thumbnail. Being a responsible citizen, we need to voice. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. You need to remember this. So I strongly condemn the vindictive move by the BMC under the instruction and advised by the Maharashtra Aghadi government against Kangana Ranaut. It is very cowardly and ghastly and shameful. I condemn it in no ambiguous words. Well, that's it for that's the thing which disturbed me today. So let us go to our main topic. So this is Mohit, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing it and spread the news so that I can help others as well who would like to do a day trading along with me. So I'm a professional trader as well as a faculty with Futures First Academy, which is an MNC company, proprietary trading company. So let's go to the global cues. Well, before we go ahead and see what was my trade for today and my view for tomorrow, let us understand what were the global cues for the day. So this is the latest section which I have been introducing in every video of mine, which will be coming up daily for you, so that you know the current scenario of the global markets, because as I told you before, we don't work in isolation. So the main cue for the day was that the Tesla share, if you have noticed, yesterday fell by 21% in a day. So that was the bubble created, and it did fell by 21% in a day, and there was increased buying on bonds. This happens when the short-term trend is negative, and Trump was to sharply scale down economic ties with China. This would definitely have an adverse impact on Dow Jones as well as Hang Seng and Shanghai markets. And the trial of COVID vaccine is put on hold for safety concerns. This is another negative news. And the last news is that the Dow Jones breached the Friday's low. So if you see the Dow Jones market, yesterday I told you, if you have seen my video, if the Dow Jones was ended at 27,500. So collaborating all these cues, it was all negative for the day, and it was rightly priced in the Nifty. As soon as it opened, we had a 97 points gap down. So let's see what we did today. Let's see what we did today. Before we go to the Nifty day chart of today, let us see how the Dow Jones panned out yesterday. So now, when the last video we were somewhere, the Dow Jones was at 2% negative, and if you have seen, I did expect that the Dow Jones might recover and we might not be able to break the Friday's low, but that did not happen, and we did break the Friday's low, and we ended at the lowest point of the day, 27,500. Now, having said that, when we opened today and all the global cues which I had explained before, we opened 20. Let me go to a day chart, and then let me click on the 5-minute one. HEIKEN ASHI. Okay, fine. So this was the chart of today. Right, 9:15. If you can see this big bar, if I just open the candles, you will be able to understand this was the gap down. We opened 97 points gap down. With such a gap down, you can't sell. Even if you want to sell, it becomes highly risky. So I told you yesterday very clearly that if you would like to sell, always sell on a rally. So you got the rally, and you could have sold it at around 11,285, but that was risky, because according to my strategy, it was only buy today, because it showed that strength in the first 15 minutes of the day. But what did I do today? For me, the trade was at two levels. There were two trades for me, and let me explain it to you. Let me open the notepad. Now we opened at around 11,218 on the spot, and we made a high of around 11,281 initially. So my trade was actually to buy it if the Nifty touches at around 11,180. This was my trade, and or there were two scenarios for me: either buy when it reaches, if it reaches 11,180 by mid of the day, or sell if it reaches 11,320. So these were the two borders which I had kept an eye on. Now as you can see, the 11,180, let me see, 11,000, we did get this dip at around 12:30, but for me it was 11,200. The futures came to 11,200, and I was not convinced of buying it because I sense that this is a weak market and I did not want to buy it, although my strategy was to buy, but I lack the conviction of buying it. So I thought it's better when I'm confused, I let the day go with no trades instead of making any losses. So I did not trade today, although I did trade in my personal account. I just made about 20 points, but 20 points is as good as nothing. So I did not trade actually, in fact, to be very true. So I did not trade, but the trade was on. As I told you, if I had to buy, I had to buy it at 11,180. It exactly, this futures, what it did was it exactly came to 11,202, and then it hit my target of 11,380, 320 by the end of the day. But would I take a trade? No, I would not, because I was not convinced about this up move. And what is my view tomorrow, I would let you know. My view is slightly bearish. Why? Because the Dow Jones has already made a new low, fresh low, and if it opens now, let us see the Dow Jones futures live. What is it doing now? Because the time I am recording this video is 5 p.m. and the Dow Jones opens at 7 p.m. Indian timing, but you can always check the live futures Dow Jones. So it is 27,633, 108 points up to the previous day's close. Would this sustain? I doubt. If it sustains, let us see what the trade would be taking tomorrow, but my sense is we are heading down, and at least for tomorrow I am bearish. I might be wrong. I deserve the right to be wrong, so no one is God here. So let us see what happens tomorrow, but for me, I would be short tomorrow. But again, it depends upon the opening, because if it opens way beyond the risk reward levels, I would not short the market. So it is better. So today what I did was, I mean, it was better to, I mean, if there is a trade plan, and if the trade plan presents to you the way you have premeditated, that is the right time to enter. If it doesn't play out, it's better to not trade that day. A no trade or a no profit is any day better than loss. So that's it for today, and hope to meet you tomorrow with an interesting video like this. And I would request you to put anything, whatever your suggestions, in the comments, so that it gives me a motivation to read them and come up with every day with more informative videos. Thank you, and you have a good day.